Thank you, Chair. Good afternoon, Minister and officials. Minister, would you agree that taxpayer-funded multicultural events should be apolitical?
Thank you for that question, Mr Pizzuto. And of course, we think that celebrating multicultural and multi-faith Victoria should be absolutely above politics and something that we all engage in and support. And I'm sure that I could speak for all of us on this committee when I say we are a proudly diverse community and one of the most diverse communities in the world, not just the nation. And the strengths of our state have really been built on successive waves of migration. I know this is something you personally support, Mr Pizzuto, and I think that all of the, not only the output funding within this portfolio, but all of the activities of this portfolio are really centred around social cohesion, making people feel, not just feel that they belong, but finding practical ways that people can genuinely participate fully in the community.
In light of that, when we look at events like the Premier's Iftar Dinner, Premier's Vaisakhi Volunteer Appreciation Reception, with other events that are coming up and that have been previously held, Christian Communities Dinner, Premier's Vaisakhi Dinner, Premier's Multicultural Gala, Premier's Diwali Dinner, in light of, if I understood you correctly, Minister, I think you can be taken to have agreed with you that they should be above politics. Do all members of Parliament, regardless of party, have an equal opportunity to participate in those multicultural events?
Well, I mean, we have been very proud to celebrate Victoria's multicultural and multi-faith
I understand, sorry Minister, I understand that. What I'm trying to establish is, does your government and do you as Minister ensure that in accordance with these events being held above politics, that all members of Parliament have an equal opportunity to participate in those events?
There have been a number of events, well, I can only speak for the events that have occurred during my time as Minister in this portfolio, but I can certainly say that of each of those events that have been, that I've attended and that I've been a part of, there have been invitations issued to all parties, and there has also been, I think, a real collective sense that these events are about the communities that attend them, not the politicians that might host them. So,
no, there's no question about that, but what I am still trying to establish, Minister, is do all members of Parliament, forget party, I'm trying to move beyond party because this is above politics, I think we agree, do all members of Parliament get an invite to these events or have equal opportunity to attend and support the multicultural communities these events are held for?
I think what I'm seeking to get to in answering your question is that these are non-partisan events. They're whole of government celebrations, if you like, of those communities. And our government has taken the view that the priority is the ability for community members to attend those events. However, that has not meant that there has not been invitations extended to both the opposition and the Greens and others to attend those events. But I think that if I take the Iftar dinner as a recent example, I would much prefer to see those tables filled with community members, which are the communities that are being celebrated quite rightly through these events, than necessarily having, 150 members of Parliament taking up space.
Well, Minister, can I put it to you then, why is it that at these events, and let me just put the proposition to you, there are an inordinate number of Labor Party members of Parliament attending, but very few, if any, non-government members of Parliament, and that rarely any other party leader, whether it's the Greens, the Nationals, or the Liberals or anyone else, is given an opportunity to express words of support for the communities there. Why is that the case, that there are dozens of Labor MPs? I've been to events myself where I have not seen any other non-government MP, but only Labor MPs in large numbers. Why does that occur?
Well, I think that, I find your questions in a lot of ways detract from how wonderful those events have been.
Well, we're not doubting that, Minister.
I know that you have attended some of them. In your
I'd
previous
attend more if
role-
I was invited as a Member of
In
Parliament.
your previous role,
Minister,
Mr Pizzuto, you and I attended many
did.
multicultural events, many events, and these events have been organised through successive governments. This is not a new thing.
No one's
These
doubting that, but
events
who
have
vets the
been-
lists?
Well,
Who vets the invitation list or creates them?
that help organise these events go through their ordinary processes. That has included extending invitations to members of the opposition, including the opposition leader.
But not opposition members
She
of
has
Parliament
not
in
always
numbers.
taken up those invitations and has sent representatives in her place, which is entirely...
Does your
her
office
fault.
review or curate the invitation list?
No, I
do
do
you or your
not.
staff?
No, I
Are
do
you
not.
aware of whether the Premier's office or the Premier's staff curates and approves the invitation list?
The Department of Premier and Cabinet organise these events, as is the normal course of events through successive governments.
I'm not
Now,
asking about previous governments, I'm asking about this one, Minister.
Well, I think it's relevant because you're implying that
I'm not
a different
implying, I'm
approach
stating
is-
it.
is taking a
I
different...
think there is a perception that your government favours government MPs over non-government MPs to be able to support multicultural communities at these important events.
Well, I think it's a little unfortunate for you to take this approach.
But is it wrong?
Take this approach and undermine
Is it wrong?
what I think have been incredibly positive celebrations of these communities. Now, of course, communities, we hear from week in and week out about what kinds of events and supports they want to participate in, and I can tell you that we haven't had nothing but positive
You haven't
feedback
answered my question,
about the fact that...
Are these Labor Party events effectively to the
They're
exclusion of all other MPs?
No, that's nonsense. They're celebrations of our diversity as a state, which we take very seriously.
Well, so do
Our
we.
government
That's why we
takes
want to
very
support them.
seriously.
And that's why all non-government members want to support them.
Taxpayers' money to have a big party and not inviting them.
Can I ask you, Minister, in a recent FOI provided by the Victorian Multicultural Commission, the Premier's private office was shown in those documents to be heavily involved in editing the guest list for the Premier's multicultural dinner last year. Do you think that's right or wrong?
Well,
Oh, it is. It's part of the Departmental Performance Statement, pages 118 and 120.
well, I can say that through the normal processes that are undertaken, whenever there is an official event such as the ones you're asking about, there have been Department of Premier
Will you
and
provide the
Cabinet
invitation list so
support.
you can assure this committee that these are non-partisan
Thank you,
events?
Deputy Chair.